Sibagro is a company that feeds people. Everything is simple. We raise animals ourselves to produce meat delicacies.
Our products are delicious, and when people come to the store, they specifically look for the Sibagro brand on the shelves. People trust us, and our company holds one of the leading positions among pork suppliers in Russia.
To ensure this, we work as one team, aimed at the best result.
And we are constantly evolving. That is the key point.
Sibagro is a brand of the future.
We want to feed people with good quality products at an affordable price. And most important, we want people to like our products. Our factories and farms operate in dozens of regions of Russia, from the Ural Mountains to Buryatia.
I came to work at the Tomsky Peak complex in March 2003. At that time, it was the only enterprise in the Siberian agrarian group.
But we began to develop. We took unprofitable companies, paid off their debts, and made them profitable, and we built new ones.
In 2000, half of our workshops were closed. Part of employees were fired. The livestock was small. And then the Siberian agrarian group came.
We had to work hard. People could feel the stability.
We started to feed animals with normal compound feed, began to produce pelmeni on modern equipment, not by hands as before. As a result, began to make 10 times more of them per shift.
The development of our poultry farm continues to this day.
We did a complete technical modernization, purchased new equipment, rebuilt production buildings. And as a result, we began to earn more. New employees came to us, and in the next 5 years, we plan to expand poultry farming under the Sibagro brand in Siberia and the Far East.
At the same time, we are getting ready to supply poultry meat to the Chinese market.
All investments in production that were made over 15 years have already paid off, and we are confident in our future. We have actually started to process meat. 5 years ago, we mainly sold unprocessed meat in carcasses. This year, more than 60% of our meat is sold cut up without bones.
In 2018, we became part of a large holding company, and now Хороший Вкус is the leader in local meat processing. We produce a wide range of sausages and delicacies, and we also sell chilled meat. The most important event for me, of course, was construction of the Tyumensky complex in 2017.
Then came the realization that we needed to begin our own breeding to achieve success.
Now we have about 55,000 sows at all peak complexes. But the basis of everything is in Tyumen, where purebred animals are bred, and all the rest are, in fact, their offsprings. Almost all of our enterprises have their own breeding farms, which are breeding new hybrids. In simple terms, if we get offspring from 2 different breeds, then its productivity, viability, and other qualities become better than those of the parents. As a result of this complex genetic work, our production indexes are at the highest world level. In the fall of 2019, we became part of the Siberian agrarian group.
This enabled us to grow our livestock and achieve better outcomes.
Due to the fact that before the merger, we worked in parallel with the parent company and each had its own ideas and special approaches to production, their combination gave an explosive effect. We have taken a lot from them and gave them a lot of our experience.
As a result, we now have 19,000 animals. This year we launched the third stage of the pig complex, and the new technologies allow us to get more offsprings than before.
After purchasing the Tyutyushev complex, which had a great experience in growing grain crops, a plant-growing division was created.
The goal was to increase yields while keeping costs minimal. As a result, this year we are harvesting 60 to 65 centners per hectare instead of 40 to 45 with traditional methods.
This is the result of large investments in updating the seed fund, purchasing new equipment, creating electronic field maps, which allows us to track all the process that occurs during the cultivation of grain crops.
In addition, we began producing compound feed ourselves to be completely certain of its composition. We produce 15 to 16 tons of high-quality feed mixtures every month. Thus, we fully meet the needs of our pig complex and about 70% of the East Siberian plant. Over 5 years, we have become a sustainable and successful farm, and people feel confident about the future. I'm not just talking about production. Positive changes have affected the entire village. We care about the environment, and the Krasnoyarsky Pig Complex treatment facilities are a great example of smart investment. This complex not only treats wastewater from the livestock facility, it also purifies wastewater from local households. A change in ownership always raises concerns about the future. After these 1.5 years, I see there is no need to worry. We're developing steadily. Now, we raise only purebred livestock at 2 farms of the Chistogorsky Pig Complex. And we're building new units, a growing section, a feeding area, a meat processing workshop, and a new gas boiler house. Thanks to modernization, we now achieve almost the same results as new high-tech facilities. This year, we plan to acquire about 20,000 hectares of arable land to fully supply the complex with our own grain. Over the past 5 years, we've automated many production processes and introduced IT systems to monitor all farm operations online, from feed consumption and refrigerator load to veterinary reports that classify each batch of meat. The entire software system is a proprietary development by Sibagro. In the past, people in the Far East mainly had access to imported frozen pork. When we entered the market with our product, it was something entirely new. We continued boosting chilled meat supplies locally while strengthening our presence in the Mongolian market. Our pig complex in Buryatia is just a day's drive from Mongolia's capital, Ulaanbaatar, and we remain the only supplier of chilled meat from Russia. The first time we did it, even the border guards were stunned. No one expected fresh meat to cross from Russia. Export isn't just about shipping goods. You must first handle all certifications and veterinary controls. But now, the conditions are favorable for expanding into international markets. We're beginning to compete with Brazil, Canada, the US, and Argentina, long-time exporters. The world is beginning to recognize Russian pork because it's truly different thanks to our feed base and our growing conditions. And I'm not afraid to say, our products stand out from the competition for the better.
When people feel stability, they become more responsible.
All members of our team are ready to learn and develop professionally.
I believe that the Uralsky Pig complex is a real forge of personnel. The specialists here quickly grow professionally and then take up management positions in other enterprises of the holding.
The company offers many social programs, sick pay, transport to work, help for young specialists settling in, and housing support.
People get partial compensation for mortgage interest and expenses on vacations in sanatoriums. And of course, salaries are always paid on time. People will always eat sausage, will always eat meat, in any historical era. It is a great pleasure to produce delicacies for people, and when you see your product in the store, see how people buy them, you feel proud. People can be confident in all our brands.
For me, Sibagro offers real growth, and I want to do everything I can to help the company reach the global stage.
I see many opportunities for myself in the company. They trust me here.
I feel every success of Sibagro as if it were my own.
I like everything. I just can't imagine myself anywhere else.
Sibagro is my big, beloved home.
It's probably life itself for me.
For me, Sibagro is a hobby, it is a rest, it is a work, it is entertainment. Sibagro is my brainchild, and a good company, of course.